Hello, welcome to Rachel Rakes. Thank you very much for joining me. Welcome to week 3 of our Sagittarius season practice. We're going to go into a salutation flow. We're leading up towards, I think we still have a week when this video goes out. We still have a week before the full moon, but you might be feeling quite energized. Maybe you're needing to create that little bit of heat in the body, especially if you're here in the northern hemisphere like I am, and it's starting to really get quite cold. So you want to build that heat into the body. Maybe you've had a go with some of the Sun Salutations I have up on the channel. So you've got Sun Salutation A, Sun Salutation B, there's a Sun Salute mashup, which was quite fun. We did that back in April for our Aries series. So we're back in that fire element. And we're going to go into what we call a Fire Namaskar. So it's slightly different for a Sun Salutation or a Fire Salutation. It's that similar, it's a bit of a mashup of our Sun Salutation B with a slight few changes. So this is called Agni Namaskar, A-N-G-I, Agni I think is how it's spelt. I shall put it in the video description. So this is all about getting into the belly, firing up the core. So with this one we're going to be working with some more pulsations. So if you watched last week's where we were getting into that isolation into the hips, we were lifting and lowering the leg out to the side and tapping the knee down onto the mat. We're going to be doing this, but we're going to be doing this particular practice in plank pose in the form of push-up pulsations. So it's finding your variation of that push-up. So a slight micro bend into the elbow, if that lowers you enough and you can lift back up, awesome. You don't want to be lowering pretty much to the mat and you then can't push back up. Your options are to do 1 push-up and then move into puppy pose. You might do 3, you might be going for 6, you might be going for 9, or you might go for 12, because we're going to have 3 rounds of these within 1 round. We're going to be going for 3 rounds. So if you go for those full 12, you're going to be going for 108 push-ups. Let that sink in before you start your practice. I don't think, right, I'm going to go for the 12, and then by the end of it, you're going to be wishing you hadn't. Obviously, your plank, your push-up can be your variation. So I'm going to be practicing this with the knees down because it just helps to support my lower back more, but you're more than welcome to keep the knees lifted. So we're going to start standing at the top of our mat base. Feet are hip width apart. Let the arms relax down by your hips, bringing your awareness to the breath. Staying with your breath when you're ready. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Keep the arms lifted. As you exhale, bend the knees, sit down into chair. Inhale, lift the chin, looking up. Exhale, folding forward. Bring the hands down onto the mat, chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Your transition into plank. Walk, step or hop. Finding your way into plank, that top of a push-up. You can keep the knees high, lower the knees if that gives you more support. You might be turning the hands in or out. Listen to what feels right in the elbows. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12, and then moving into puppy pose. Listening to your body, same with your breath. Doesn't matter how many you do. Once you've done your round, keep the tailbone high. Hands can be one on top of the other, forehead on top of the hands or forehead on the mat. Maybe the arms are extended in front of you. Focusing on the breath. From here, find your way onto the belly. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, roll them away from the ears. Inhale, low cobra, or lift up a bit higher. Exhale to lower, tucking over the toes. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay with your breath as you inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, place the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, still here. On your next exhale, bring the hands down. Stepping the right foot back into plank, knees high or low. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12 push-ups. Then moving into puppy pose. Keep the hips high, forehead resting on the mat or on the arms. Puppy pose just helps to release the back. the head sliding through. Hands on the mat underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift the chin, low or high cobra pose. Exhale to lower. Tuck under the toes, push up and draw the tailbone back and up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly. Pull the shoulders forward. Place the left foot in between the hands. Give it a nudge if you need to. Lifting up as you inhale. Sweep the arms forward and up. High lunge pose. Staying here as you exhale. Inhaling. On your next exhale, bring the hands down. Stepping the left foot back. Knees can stay high if you wish, or place the knees down. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12 and then into puppy pose. Listening to your body, staying with your breath. Sliding through onto the belly. Hands under the shoulders. Roll the shoulders away. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Inhale. Low or high. Listen to your back. Exhale, lower. Tucking under the toes. Into plank as you inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Checking in, listening to the body. Finding your way into a standing forward fold. Walk, step. Maybe you're hopping. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, bend the knees, lift the chin, lift the chest into your chair pose. As you exhale, straighten the legs, lower the arms, give the legs a shake. If you're at the back or the middle of the mat, coming up to the top, that's our first round. Listen to the body. Inhale, raise the arms up, keep them lifted. As you exhale, bend the knees, sit into your chair pose. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Your transition into plank, walk, step or hop. Take your time as you set up, knees high or low. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12, then puppy pose. Listening to your body. Take your time. Once you're through from puppy pose, sliding onto the belly, hands on the mat underneath the shoulders. Inhaling into cobra, stay low or lift high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up and exhale, draw back. Downward facing dog, staying with your breath. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, place the right foot in between the hands. Inhaling to raise the arms up, find your high lunge. Staying here as you inhale. Staying here as you exhale and as you inhale. On that next exhale, we bring the hands down. Leave the left foot where it is as you step the right foot back. Knees can stay high or place the knees down onto the mat. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12 and moving into puppy pose. Listen to your body. Once you're in puppy pose, hands or arms might be resting on each other. Forehead might be resting on the arms on the mat. Maybe arms are extended. Sliding through onto the belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest. Cobra. Exhale, lower, tucking under the toes. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving to the left on an inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly. Pull the shoulders forward, place the left foot down. Inhale, raise the arms up. high lunge. Staying here as you exhale. And for an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring the hands down. Step the left foot back. Last plank in this round, knees high or low. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12, and then moving into puppy pose. Remember, the movement can be really short, just slight micro bends, perfectly fine. When you've done your rounds, moving into puppy pose. From there, sliding through onto the belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, releasing. Tuck under the toes. Inhale, push up into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, walk, step or hop into your forward fold. Feet are hip width apart. As you inhale, sweep the arms forward, bend the knees. Chair. Exhaling, straighten the legs, lower the arms. If you're at the back or the middle of the mat, find your way to the top. Doing really well. Last round, stay with your breath. Listen to your body. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, sit down into chair. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Your transition, walk, step or hop into plank. Knees can stay high or lower the knees down onto the mat. Your choice, 1 round, 3 rounds, 6, 9 or 12, then moving into puppy pose. Listen to your body. Once you've done your round, moving into puppy pose. Doesn't matter how many you do, doesn't matter how much of a movement you create, but finding that movement, creating that heat into the body, sliding through onto the belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale into cobra, low or high. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, high lunge. Last one on this side. Pause here as you exhale. Inhaling. On that next exhale, bring the hands down, step that right foot back. Knees high or on the mat. 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12, and then into puppy pose. Tailbone over the hips, forehead or chin on the mat, or on the arms. Really listen to what's going on in the neck and the shoulders. Sliding through onto the belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lifting into your back bend, low or high. Exhale, lower, tuck under the toes. Inhale into plank, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward, place that left foot in between the hands. Inhale, last one, high lunge. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down. Last one. Stepping that left foot back, knees high or on the mat. Your choice, 1, 3, 6, 9 or 12, and into puppy pose. And gently pausing in puppy. Nearly finished the salutation. Sliding through onto the belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, low or high cobra. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale into downward dog. Last time, walk, step or hop into your forward fold. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, bend the knees, chair pose. As you exhale, straighten the legs, lower the arms. Have a drink if you need to, well done. So have a pause in child's pose. You might be continuing, if you're watching this through as the sequence, we have one more video of the Sagittarius season, which will be out next week. And then I'll have one more extra video before we break up for Christmas. Well done. If you practice even just one push-up each round, that's awesome. Something is definitely better than nothing. Listen to your body, pause when you need to. If you would like to continue your practice, I will put a couple of videos in here. If you haven't already, please do subscribe by clicking the button. And I shall see you next week. Namaste.